Hey guys, it's Kyle. How's it going? So, I'm sorry, I realize it's been a very long time since I've last posted a video, but just wanted to kind of get back into it and give you guys an update on my tank, let you see how things are going, and just kind of teach you a little bit about some things today. So, as you can see, my tank has changed quite a bit since the last time I showed it to you, which is probably about a month and a half ago at this point. You can see that it has grown a lot of algae slash moss slash whatever that is. Just wanted to tell you guys about the presence of those kinds of organisms in a tank. Obviously, there are two different kinds of tanks. There's planted tanks, and then there's unplanted tanks, which is what I have. A planted tank, you're going to have like actual live aquatic plants growing in it that you've planted there on purpose. There's Poseidon, say hi. But anyways, an unplanted tank is going to be a tank like mine where I only have artificial plants that I have put in there that aren't growing, obviously. Algae, moss, cyanobacteria can grow in either kind of tank, but in a planted tank, you really don't want to have algae growing, because what algae does in a planted tank is it steals nutrients from the plants that you actually want to be in there. They compete with those plants and can starve your plants of nutrients. So you really want to keep algae to a minimum in a planted tank. However, in an unplanted tank like mine, you don't have anything competing for those nutrients. So you can let it grow to a certain extent. You can let it grow however much you want. I'm letting it grow to a certain extent because I like the more natural look that it's giving to my tank. That skull actually was carpeted with moss, and actually the entire floor, all the gravel was carpeted at one point. But it was starting to make the surface of my water look oily, and in doing some research, I was finding that can happen when there's too much moss growing or algae growing, and it can pose a bit of a health hazard to your fish. So when I was cleaning my tank at one point, I vacuumed up most of that moss or algae or whatever. And so I'm trying to keep it a little bit at bay, but otherwise, as long as it's not making my fish sick, I do want to keep a good amount of algae in there because I think it makes it look a little more natural. You can see, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I've got some algae growing off the spout of my filter. My filter itself actually, I don't know if I can get it to you to show it right now, but my filter itself actually has some bacteria growing in it, which is good because that foam filter is it's a biofilter, and so it's supposed to have bacteria growing in it to help clean the water and promote the nitrogen cycle. So I've got some bacteria growing in there. I've got some stuff growing on my heater, and then obviously on that back wall you've got the mix of the brown and the green algae. And there's the fish, at least one of them. Say hi, Poseidon. You can't say hi because he doesn't talk because he's a fish. Anyways, and at this point I have 5 neon tetras because one of them died. I have the beta, and then I don't know if I told you guys this earlier, but that the shrimp had died at one point. So yeah, I've only got the 6 fish in the tank right now, and they seem to be doing good. Obviously, you're supposed to have 6 or more neon tetras in a tank at one time because they school better that way. But my fish seem to be doing fine without that 6th member of their school. So for now, I'm leaving it. So yeah, that's my tank. I keep the front wall scrubbed clean, the side walls and the back wall, and letting the moss or the algae grow on. So yeah, so that's my tank right now. I'll try to keep making more videos, at least more frequently than I have been. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on social media.